So this question was very long that was sent to me, and I'm going to pare it down into just a couple sentences. Essentially, this woman had to spend 3 months away from her partner for work reasons, and she lost 15 pounds. Then her partner moved back. They were reunited, and she is rapidly putting on those 15 pounds. And she says, my fiance is the reason I overeat. And talks about how he loves food, loves eating out, loves being at restaurants. And she just says, help.
Okay.
What do you have to say about that, Annie?
Well, as we were saying at the beginning of this, I mean this with nothing but love and respect. It's interesting, an interesting way she phrased that. My fiance, what did she say? My fiance is the reason I'm gaining weight?
There is the reason I overeat.
Is the reason I overeat. Again, nothing but love and respect here. It's not your fiance, it's your behaviors.
It's you.
I don't
You
doubt.
are the reason you overeat.
I don't doubt that in proximity of your fiance or anyone that has a different set of behaviors, you might be more easily swayed into different behaviors, deviating from behaviors that you have by yourself than versus when you're with other people. We all do. That's very human. That's totally normal, right? But at the end of the day, we are responsible for ourselves. And again, being in proximity to someone might make adhering to some of the behaviors that we want easier or more difficult, right? My boyfriend, for example, has wonderful eating behaviors. And when I am around him, I naturally eat more fruits and vegetables, more protein. I drink less, I snack less, right? But the flip side of the coin can be true for other people. Being in proximity with siblings, with roommates, with girlfriends, coworkers that are eating lunch
Your
out every day.
kids.
Yeah, your kids
Yeah.
can make some of those behaviors also more difficult. And I think, the opportunity here is step one is we have to take responsibility for our own choices. And that could be absolutely a game changer to say, like, actually, just as you were saying, it's not, the responsibility isn't someone else's, it's mine. And that should feel really encouraging and empowering because if it's yours, then you can change it, right?
Yeah. Yes, if your habits are always based on another person, then you don't have control of them, right? As soon as you make that mindset shift of, oh, wait, no. He can eat whatever he wants. I still have choice.
Yeah.
I still have control in this situation.
Yeah. And if, it's applicable, you could certainly have a conversation with your partner. Okay, when you're not here, these are the things that come more naturally to me. Could we start incorporating those things when you are here? So I can have both. I can have time with you, enjoy time with you, and, feel like I'm on a good trajectory with my health goals.
Yeah. I have a lot of empathy for this person because I am married to somebody who his nickname is literally Snacks. That is what his brothers call him. Hey, it's Snacks. And so I completely understand. And I also am familiar with, feeling my habits being pulled in that direction. And for me, momentarily allowing myself to be very resentful and to blame, right? And it is very disempowering to do that. And I don't want to feel that way. And I don't want to feel that way about him. I want him to be able to make his choices that work for him. And I need to make my choices that work for me. So I'll share a little story that happened to me. This was several years ago. He was in a big snack phase. He was in grad school, very stressed and doing a lot of emotional eating. We would get our kids to bed at night, and our thing was to sit down and watch TV together. And he would he was like, got my snacks here, off to the couch.
Party.
And I found myself, also indulging in those snacks. And then again, that familiar pattern that I have where it's like, oh, it's all his fault. If he wasn't like this, blah, blah. That's all going on in my head. Pause. Jen, this is on you. Like, he's going through what he needs to go through to survive grad school. That's on him. What do I need in these moments? So what I decided to tell him, this is what I needed. This is not my blanket advice to everybody. What I needed was to remove myself from that environment for a few moments. So I told him, I was very honest. This is a struggle for me. This has nothing to do with you. I want you to do you. So I'm going to go upstairs and watch TV. When you're done snacking, send me a text and I'll come down and we'll sit here together. But this is just too challenging for me. His feelings were hurt initially, but I made it very clear it's not about you. That's his own stuff.
It's so not you, it's me.
Pardon?
It's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me. I did that for a few nights, and he ended up telling me that ended up being really good for him because he wanted me to come down. And so then there was an end point to his snacking. He'd have his snacks and then there would be an end point. He'd put stuff away. He'd text me. I'd come down and we watched TV together. The other thing is, I found after doing that for a few nights, it just helped me break that habit. So like essentially what happens with a habit is all habits have a trigger, which lead to a craving, which lead to a routine, which lead to a reward. I personally don't find it difficult to form bad habits. So essentially a few times of him getting out those snacks, my brain was like, whoops, this is a habit now. So breaking that habit and going upstairs, kind of getting away from the food for a few nights, for me, kind of broke the habit where it wasn't just that I was trying to resist a craving, the craving went away. And so then I was able to return to the couch, and in the future I found even if he did want to have a snack, my desire to partake in that with him had gone away, and I was able to sit there and he could snack, and I felt confident, having my diet soda or whatever I decided to have instead. So that's a story that worked for me. But everybody has to sit in those moments of going like, what do I need right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
And to your point too, some of these eating experiences, whether it's snacking or dining out or celebrating with food, might also be intertwined with connection and like love and a shared experience. And so part of the solution might also include like finding ways to still get that connection without it centering around eating out or desserts or snacks on the couch, right?
Yeah, totally.